And we're starting off with this announcement that the Port Harcourt Refinery is now set to recommence operations after the Christmas holidays. And that's according to the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Heineken Lokpobiri, who announced on Thursday that Phase 1 of the project has been achieved and Phase 2 will commence in January of 2024. Well, recall that in August this year, the federal government assured that the Port Harcourt Refinery will commence operations this December. Now, 4 of Nigeria's refineries in Port Harcourt, Warri, and in Kaduna have a combined capacity to process 445,000 barrels per day, but they were shut down in 2019. Celestina Area has details.
The Port Harcourt Refinery, built in 1965, is undergoing a comprehensive rehabilitation. This rehabilitation process involves an overhaul, including a change of major equipment. The refinery's rehabilitation project was awarded in April 2021, with 3,000 workers employed to get the job done. Rehabilitation work here ranges from piping to welding and fabrication. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Heineken Lokpobiri, who is on the tour of this facility, now says the refinery's repair work has reached its mechanical completion and flare start-up stage. This level of work done so far here is a fulfillment of a pledge made by the petroleum authorities to complete the Phase 1 and Phase 2 stages of the project by the end of 2023 and 2024 respectively.
We heartily announce the mechanical completion and flare start-up on the 20th of December 2023. This heralds the commencement of production of petroleum products after the Christmas break.
The refinery's rotating equipment, comprising pumps and compressors, have already been upgraded, while electrical systems such as substations, transformers, cable switches, gears and panels have all been replaced with brand new ones. The mechanical completion Phase 1 of the refinery is now being officially commissioned by the minister.
Singular honor and pleasure to commission the mechanical completion of the Port Harcourt Refinery Area 5. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. All of us had to be, on top of our games, so that today becomes a reality. And I'm happy that, the journalists that are here are also witnesses to what we're seeing here. The mechanical part is completed, and this is the beginning of, the completion of not just this Port Harcourt Refinery, Phase 1 and 2.
We are particularly happy to be part of this historic event today. Doubts have been expressed by several Nigerians about the ability of NNPC to repair and make this facility available to support the distribution of fuel in the country. But today, I feel extremely happy.
And that today it is promise fulfilled. We are done with the Phase 1. We will complete the Phase 2 as we promised within 2024, maximum the last quarter of 2024. And this value will continue to be seen in our country.
Seen that we reach 10 million man-hours with zero LTI. So, and this thanks to our subcontractor and NPC, the guidance of everybody.
The refinery will produce petroleum products such as liquefied petroleum gas, premium motor spirit, automotive gas oil, dual-purpose kerosene, high and low purview oil. Celestina Area, TVC News, Port Harcourt.
All right, there you have it. So many interpretations from this news. Well, some may greet it with mixed feelings, but there we have it. The federal government has once again confirmed that come after Christmas, that is, the Port Harcourt Refinery will begin or recommence operations, which invariably means that the refinery in question will now begin to produce oil as it was, of course, created and established to. Since 1965, the Port Harcourt Refinery has been, in operation, and this particular refinery has gulped so many billions of dollars. In 2021 alone, we understand that they had to sign a contract amounting to about $1.5 billion to, commence some form of rehabilitation. It spanned for 2 years, and now NNPC initially confirmed that, as promised, that the December date is still on course. The rehabilitation work has been concluded, and now the federal government has said that we will begin to have, operations. Barrels per day expectedly, from the two plants or the two units that make up the Port Harcourt Refinery, and both units are said to also produce a total of 210,000 barrels of oil per day.
That's right. It's a good feat. It's a positive feat achieved by the federal government. They've said that it will commence operation at the end of the year, but then it shows that there's still so many things to be done. It's just the first phase of the mechanical phase that was mechanical completion that was actually achieved, and that's a good start. Even though a lot of people do not see anything positive about it, and that's when you begin to know that so many Nigerians are pessimistic about the growth of this country, intentionally pessimistic. Let me just use that advisedly, because when you see something positive stride that has been made, either by the government or someone very close to you, you should always give kudos to making that effort. How much more, how much of dollars, billions of naira that are been sunk into, we're doing turnaround maintenance, we're doing renovation, we're doing all of this, so many things. At the end of the day, we didn't see anything coming out from the Port Harcourt refineries and the other refineries. So it's very important that we give kudos to the government and then ask for more, because we are Oliver Twist. It has not started yet, but we need to see it starting. And the questions people are asking is this going to affect the price of crude oil? Does that mean crude oil? Somebody even asked a very silly question. Does that mean petroleum will be sold for 11 naira? And people responded. They said, no. Don't even bother to buy. just carry your cake there and ask for that Christmas and say, let them give you, free oil. But, it's going to definitely impact the crude oil in the country. It's going to impact the price of the premium motor spirit. And we saw that Dangote Refinery to also, send elation across the nation, where even, it was yesterday or recently, received a second batch of crude oil. So it's a good feat achieved by the federal government. The government hired Mayor Technimont of Italy to oversee the refinery complex scoping, while oil firm ENI was named as a technical consultant. So the refinery was closed in March 2019 for the first phase of the repairs, which we are now celebrating now. NNPC also announced the commencement of repairs following the approval of $1.5 billion by the Federal Executive Council in 2021. And that's where some people said, hey, give the kudos to former President Muhammad Buhari. He actually approved the contract. The incumbent president does not have anything to do with the triumphant story. But people are now saying, okay, so you want Asiwaju to inherit all of the blames of President Muhammad Buhari,
but it doesn't.
But you don't want him to receive the accolades for ensuring that this thing comes to life.
Well, okay, right. Commend the Buhari administration if you want to, and give whoever credit is due. Give such a person the honor, absolutely. But government is a continuum. We all know that,
That's
and.
right.
Some would also ask whether it really matters, which administration does it. Of course, it will also be a big plus for the Tinubu administration if this comes to fruition, because we've seen how administration after administration has battled with the reality of the Port Harcourt refinery, and indeed the others, running at its optimal, level. But
That's right.
No government, there's always been the recurrent struggles with NNPC and the governments of the day. So yes, it is good that the Buhari administration signed this $1 million billion deal, and, involve international partners to see it through. They said it was going to run for 2 years or thereabout in 2021, and here we are, 2023. It appears that we will, get to the end of the dark tunnel.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So give the Buhari government, its due, but, above all, it's not just important on how you start, but, finishing well
is what matters.
Is what matters.
Absolutely.
And Nigerians will definitely heave a sigh of relief if we can see this. And like you have said, Oliver Twist that we are, what about the others? What about Dangote Refinery? So we hope that, nothing will stop this this date that has been set.
Right.
Though it's a bit open-ended. After Christmas could mean anything, right. But we hope that this will come to fruition. And of course, all the deliverables, the low-hanging fruits from this breakthrough will definitely be the lot of Nigerians. We'll continue to monitor how things pan out in that regard.